We found level 2. This could be the key to breaking everything open.
You have located 6 dungeons.
So we are in E5, so we're right here. We entered from the north. We can go to the left or to the right. Let's start by going to the left. Vyres are not going to die to the wood sword, so let's just skip this room for now. This room is empty, so it's clear. It's the Key. That's at least useful. Wizrobe's not so good. So we are going to mark that we got the Key off the floor here in Dungeon 2. Dungeon 2 has 2 floor drops. That room is complete. We never need to go back there. There was another way to go over there, but let's try going this way. So now we don't need to worry about keys anymore for this seed. If I want to farm rupees, just to demonstrate how it is possible, if I continue, your completing of rooms is not saved until you walk out of the room to exit it, which means, since I did a continue and did not walk out of the room, I can kill this rupee boss once again. And I could do that as much as I want if I wanted to farm rupees, and so I'm mostly doing this just to demonstrate the technique. But I'll take some free rupees while we're here. Okay, in any case, that room is complete. We can go to the south. What do we have down here? This is Gliok. It's got the map. There we go. Recently doing research into that room.
Don't forget that you have the Key.
That's right. I do. Thank you, game. Thank you, tracker. Alright. There's a Dodongo. Apparently we're going to be able to bomb down here based on the map that we just picked up. Maps are very valuable. Be great if we get the book in the seat. Ouch! Ah. Alright, so there were Gibdos in there. That room is uncompleted. We'll come back there later if we need to. But we're still looking for a heart container and a Triforce somewhere else in this dungeon, and there's still many ways to go. I have the Key now. I forgot to even mark that there is a way to go this way, and so I'm going this way. There's some more bombs. In that case, let's kill a Vyre. Oh, it didn't even kill the Vyre with a bomb. That's very unlucky. So that room's undone. We may or may not come back to it. We're going to hope to get lucky and find our good items in some of these rooms with easy monsters, rather than having to fight the hard monsters, and so far it's working. Great. Okay, so we got a heart container. This room is completed. There's still 2 more rooms to the north. Perhaps the Triforce is in here. Or perhaps, you know what? Actually, a good way to deal with these guys is with bomb. Oh, getting very unlucky in terms of some difficult monsters who have rolled high hit point totals. Usually a bomb would kill these guys. But in this particular seed, these guys randomly got more hit points. So a bomb was insufficient to kill them. A bomb deals 4 times as much damage as a wood sword on enemies that it's able to kill. Okay, there's the compass, and it tells us the Triforce is in the next room to the north. Hooray. So let's go get our Triforce. Grid. And just like that,
Dungeon 2 is complete.
Dungeon 2 is complete.
You now have 1 Triforce.
We have a Triforce. And we've got the Key. Alright. And we got another heart. So we're just kind of generally feeling better about ourselves. This would be a good point to stand back and figure out what makes sense to do next. I am close to Transport 1, which I could take to Transport 2, the Any Roads, and then use my 6 bombs on Death Mountain to try to find some of the other dungeons that we were missing, in the hopes that either we'll find Dungeon 1, which is a small dungeon that contains 3 key items, and so is kind of the most valuable dungeon to find, or just find some other dungeons with some easy monsters. So that is what I choose to do. So, let's take this over through Prevent Spot. These guys could drop bombs, so I should totally kill them. Yes, great. Now I'm all stocked up in bombs. We are currently here, by the way, on the map. And we're going to start bombing all these places up here. And with 8 bombs, yeah, I'm willing to even bomb the yellow screen, so let's just do it. Alright, there is a location here. It's just a key shop, which we're not interested in at all anymore. So I'm marking it merely so that the map will tell me about all the places I have found. If, for example, I were to hover the spot summary, it shows you I found all these locations. I'm just missing 1, 4, and 6. The White Sword Cave. The White Sword Cave. That's a huge thing, too. That's totally something we want to find. 3 more potion shops, a couple more hint shops. Right, the hint shops! And I've got a bit of money lying around in the ground. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I just randomly hovered the spot summary to show off features of the tracker, because it caused me to remember things and stuff. What did I just witness there? I was talking through all of that, and I have 0 idea what was in this cave. Right, it was a medium secret that gave us 25 rupees, and that made me think about purchasing hints. It just came back into my brain. Things go in and out just that easy. This is going to be a difficult... I want to go there. Can I get these guys to respawn in slightly more favorable position? We're just going to tank it. It's more money. The recorder is not edible is a joke that people make because the recorder icon looks a little bit like a garlic breadstick to some people, apparently. And so that's why that's a funny joke. He said dubiously. Okay, there's nothing here in this power bracelet spot. I really can't catch a break with my luck finding things so far in this one. The one thing we have caught a break with is the secret money. It's been really good. Gonna do that to kill these guys. They happen to drop more bombs, which is fantastic for me. So I might end up doing that again. Alright, and just kill one of them at least. I'm just gonna face tank through the other one. There's one more bomb spot up here. Oh, the blue leaders only take 2 hits. That's good, actually. And on the screen we find more money. It's another medium secret. Alright, I'm at 135 and I have the hint shop, and at least a couple of these hints were cheap. Are there any other things I might need to buy? I don't need to buy keys. I'm unlikely to need to buy meat. A potion might be nice, but my potions were pretty cheap. They were like 50 something. Yeah, let's buy some hints. Magic Boomerang is in Dungeon 1, is what we just learned. And so I will mark that thusly. So Dungeon 1 is no longer as valuable as it might have been. Play a melody to obtain the bow. Okay, that one can't easily be captured. But recorder, arrow, bow. So one of my dungeons is recorder blocked, and inside that dungeon is the bow, is basically how to interpret that clue. And that's something that my hint decoder can't capture, and so that's why I'm putting it in the notes. That's an extremely valuable piece of information. It'd be great if we knew where the recorder was. I'm going to spend the money on the 3rd hint, even though it costs 43. Oh, the recorder's in 1. All right, we got exactly the piece of information that we wanted. So finding Dungeon 1 is essential to, well, it would always be essential because you need all the Triforces to win the seed. But it's especially essential in this seed because it is going to act as a linchpin to getting some necessary things. The recorder is going to unlock a different dungeon, which is going to have the bow, which is also a necessary item that you need to kill Ganon. So the sooner we can find Dungeon 1, the better. And at this point, it's extremely likely that it's somewhere in one of these bomb spots up on Death Mountain, because there are very few other places that I've yet to search on this overworld that I could get to. The one very possibly unlucky thing that could still happen, and I fear saying it aloud, lest it might occur, is that Dungeon 1 could be on one of the 2 island spots, and we have to go into a different dungeon in order to get the raft before we can get to Dungeon 1. So hopefully that won't happen.
7 dungeons.
Alright, we found Dungeon 4. We are starting here in E3, I believe. We entered from the north, and there's a way to go to the left. At this point, we might be strong enough, if this is not an awful monster set, to just clear out this dungeon one and done. which would be just the kind of momentum boost that we need. Alright, this room could have a push block, which might lead to a basement with an item. Or it might lead to a transport staircase. Today, it's a basement with the silver arrows. Nice. It's going to be a little while before we get the bow, since we have to dive at least 2 more dungeons to get there, neither of which of those dungeons we have found. But that was an item basement, and we cleared that room. And I got the silver arrows, which means I want to mark them over here. So now we're just looking for a heart container and a Triforce. And I'll just go for the Triforce. Not doing too badly on hearts at this point. Got the blue ring. We just picked up the compass, so it's going to lead us to the Triforce. Need to clear out all the monsters in this room so that we can unlock the doors. But let's just start heading in the direction of the Triforce now. And if we pick up a heart container along the way, great. And if we don't, that's fine. Dig Dogger gazes with the bow. Thank you. Dungeon 5. Wait a minute. Oh right, Dungeon 5 is recorder blocked. I said it was a recorder to get into the dungeon. It's a recorder to get through the dungeon. Of course. I'd forgotten that we already had this blocker marked because there was a Dig Dogger in Dungeon 5 who was blocking our way. And so we just learned that. And I'm going to memorialize that old man with his own room for that hint. Okay, great. Should have thought about that on my own before, but thankfully an old man helped us out. So, we do know the location of one of the 2 key dungeons. This room is done. I can go this way or this way. So we just need to find Dungeon 1. Then we'll be able to go back through Dungeon 5, get our bow. With the bow and silver arrows do 4 times the damage that my wood sword does, and works at range. There are a number of enemies who will be immune to that weapon. But nevertheless, bow and silver arrows is going to be like a game changer in terms of my damage output. And then pretty much the whiz robes that we've seen in some dungeons will be the only main threat that I'm going to have to deal with. Alright. I don't care about that room. I just want to get to my Triforce. This room appears to be clear. And this room has the Triforce, and we're going to get in and get out and be happy that we're finally making progress in this seed. There we go.
You now have 2 Triforces.
I'm happy to leave the heart container behind. Let's keep moving. Dungeon 1 is still likely to be up here on the overworld somewhere, and we have the capability to open all of these locations. There's green and yellow rectangles in all of these 8 spots up in the corner. They're either bomb spots or power bracelet spots. So let's use our resources and locate Dungeon 1. Do I want to buy a potion? Not right now. Also, I don't have the money to buy the red one, which is the better value. But I might have that money in the not too distant future. Speak of the devil, there is a secret, although that's just a little secret. And you know what? 57. I might want to buy it. Let's just go ahead and buy it. I've already got silver arrows, so I don't need to worry about buying the arrow anymore. I've got the any keys, so I don't have to worry about buying keys. Unless we need to buy meat, like there's nothing else I can imagine purchasing in this seed. So I'll happily take the potion. Have it in my back pocket. Can use it in the field. Fully restores your health. Here's Dungeon 6.
You need something to be Triforce and go.
Yeah, I need to find a dungeon and get 6 more Triforces. Oh, I marked that I have the bow. Oops. Yeah.
You have located 8 dungeons.
Great. We're going to come back to Dungeon 6. Dungeon 6 tends to be huge and is definitely not currently along the most critical path for us. I think I bombed the correct spot there. I'm not 100% sure. I think I bombed the correct spot there. Looking at my overworld magnifier. That's a key shop that we're never going to use. Oops. Did I mark something else by accident there? I think everything's okay. Ouch. This does not press and I'm about to die. Careful. Thank you for the heart. Very important. It is don't die o'clock. Okay, so there's nothing here. This is also a key shop that I don't need. Let's hope Dungeon 1 is here. Right here. It is not. Since I only have one bomb left and I just want to make absolutely triple, quadruple certain that I bomb this correctly, let's try bombing the spot one more time. Yes, I did. Okay. So, Dungeon 1's not up here. That's very sad. Dungeon 1 could only be in 4 locations, it looks like. So let's save and go visit those 4 locations. I'm out of bombs again. I'll probably be able to pick some up from somebody. I died twice getting to the top of the waterfall. This time I'm going to plan to succeed in getting to the top of the waterfall. That's all it takes. Putting your head down, plan to succeed. What could possibly go wrong? Hoping to get a heart drop from some of those guys. Didn't work out that way. I think there are also red Octoroks on this screen who might drop me a heart. There's a red Octorok anyway. And he did. Nice. Okay, so we're up to 4 hearts. I just need to not play like a fool here, and I'll be able to get up to this cave. So don't be a fool. Ouch. Ouch. There we go. It's just gambling. Okay, so that was not our thingy. There's a place to bomb up there, but I don't have any bombs right now. So do I remember where there's a blue Octorok who might drop bombs, or do I have to go back to the bomb shop again? These Dark Nuts could also drop bombs, but they're on a difficult screen. I might have to go purchase the bombs. That's a shame. Yeah, just very bomb-starved in the seed. Have not been a ton of blue Octoroks on the overworld. The red Armos, who's another bomb dropper, has usually appeared on the same screen as a variety of other very difficult monsters, and so that has discouraged me from going after them. And it appears that there's only one bomb shop in the world. The shop distribution is, I believe, 6441. There are 4 types of shops. There is 6 of one shop, 4 of a second shop, 4 of a third shop, and 1 of a fourth shop, and it just so happens that the bombs happen to be in the rare shop in this particular seed. Was it here? No, it's 1 screen to the left of here. Oh, I don't even have the money! I need 14 monies in order to buy the bombs. Well, poop. Forgot about that. Dungeon 8 had the Patra. Could try going in there with all my hearts. I think that actually might be the right play right now, since I don't even have the money to make the other play. Although, okay, here is red Dark Nuts with only red Dark Nuts and no other enemies, so these guys should drop me some bombs. Drop me some bombs. I need those bombs. Hey! I said drop bombs. Red Dark Nut said no. I refuse. And I said, you're a meanie. They block damage from the front, so you have to make sure you attack them from a different direction. Or at least while you're facing a different direction. I'm coming back here to refill the fairy fountain. And I don't think there are red levers nearby. I'm just trying to see if I can scrounge up 6 more rupees to go buy a bomb pack. But I can't remember what monsters were on all these screens. Are there any good monsters down here? Oh, it's more red Dark Nuts. Drop me some bombs, please. Ah, No bombs. What's a guy gotta do to get some bombs around here? Alright. Blue Octorok respawned. We killed all the enemies. And visited enough other screens. And actually, I should be leaving and coming back in case he respawns again among the last 3 enemies. Yeah, Blue Octorok, you're our guy. He did not drop bombs. He respawned again. He did not drop bombs, and I don't think he's likely to respawn again. But I am happily wrong. But he did not drop bombs once again. Because why would anything go our way? Yeah, okay. This is by far the most bomb-starved seed I've ever played in the Legend of Zelda Randomizer. And I am coming to appreciate just how damaging that is to my overall gameplay. Red Gorillas? I guess we're inside dungeons. I don't remember seeing them. They're another potential bomb-dropping enemy. That's not too difficult to kill. There's some bombs. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so with the bombs, there's one bomb spot nearby. There's a couple more over there. I guess while I'm standing here, I should do the one in the lower left. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay. We're going to find Dungeon 1. We're going to make progress in the seed. I hope Dungeon 1 doesn't have blue wizrobes in it. That would make things continue to be very difficult, and I would be unhappy about it. I do have a red potion in my back pocket, though. Okay, this did not bomb. From here, I think it's actually faster and also allow me to do some save scumming so that we don't waste bombs. Let's go like this. And we're gonna bomb 2 locations near the vanilla start screen. Hey, Red Leader, become dead. So this screen right here might bomb. Thank you. And it does. And it's a door repair charge. Nevertheless, we will be keeping this if the other one ends up being Dungeon 1. If it doesn't, then we'll retry. And it's Dungeon 1. Thank goodness. Okay. We're saved.
Congratulations, you have located all 9 dungeons.
Oh, it certainly took long enough. Alright, we made it into Dungeon 1. Dungeon 1 has the recorder. This is gonna break everything open. It's got blue wizrobes. Why, game? Why? Why? That's so mean. Alright, red wizrobes are not nearly as bad. There are strategies to deal with them based on how they appear. So we're gonna start out with this room and hope that we get some bombs from killing these guys. Actually, I should switch to the bombs in case they all gang up in one spot. They're not currently doing, but give it time. That would have been a good spot to place a bomb, but I didn't react quickly enough. There's a clock. There we go. Stops time. I can kill all the enemies at my leisure. There we go. Okay, good things are happening. So we completed that room. That was this one. Goma Creeps on Death Mountain. Yes, I know where all the guys are at this point, so we're gonna go this way. There's our Triforce, and that would get me healed up to full, which I want. There's Pole's voice in here, too. This is really tough seed, for me, anyway. There are... Actually, let's go ahead and show off another trick. There was a bomb wall to the north. I could tell from the map that there's a room up there. So if I enter this screen from the north and then enter the dungeon, it will open up that bomb hole due to just kind of a glitch in how the game is coded. So let's take this free bomb hole and check out what's up here. Oh, it's another staircase with a bunch of blue wizards. Gosh darn it. This is really bad. I still haven't found the White Sword Cave. I still have not found the White Sword Cave. It might be recorder blocked, though. It probably is recorder blocked, because almost every spot remaining is a recorder block spot. Right. Or a ladder block spot. Or a raft block spot. Right. If I were super good, without defeating these enemies, I could clip into the staircase. I'm not super good, but I'm going to try it a couple of times. But basically, there's a way to enter that staircase without killing all the monsters. And so I'm going to give it a try a couple of times. That almost worked. There it is. Okay, I'm in. Sadly, this was the transport staircase, so it's just going to bring us to that one room up top, which is unlikely to have what we need. It's a killable room, though. If I'm careful, I'll be able to kill these monsters. So let's attempt to be very careful. And find out for certain. Actually, this room never drops. I recently learned that, so this room is useless. Okay, so this was L3. And this was Transport 1. And this is Transport 1. And okay, we actually got a bunch of useful information there, though. Okay, so I don't need to go that way. I'm still going to skip this room, I think. I could use the same trick. I could also go after the easier monsters in that room and try to whittle it down. But I think what I prefer to do... Oh, gosh. Forgot that we get shutter doored in. Oh, man, this is a really, really tough seed. There's a 50-50 shot that this is the recorder, so I guess I do need to try very hard to clip in here. I did it! It's the magic boomerang. Son of a gun. And we don't want that. Alright. So this room could still drop. No, the diamond stair does not drop in 1, 4, or 5. So this room is done. It was an item basement and it's done. So... yeah, my recorder has to be further into the dungeon. Yes, I feel certain about all of these inferences I've just drawn. Okay. But I'm going to immediately die here without a magic shield. Poop. Okay, so I need to be healed up before coming into this dungeon or just commit to using my potions. Is there any other possible progress I could make in the world right now? Oh, this is so awful. Dungeon 3 was ladder blocked. Dungeon 5 is recorder blocked. Dungeon 8 also had whiz robes. Dungeon 6 is going to be huge. What could it possibly give me that could help? The red ring. The white sword. But Dungeon 6 is an awful long way to go. Hoping for one of those things. Or the ladder, which would get me the wand. But I think the correct thing to do here is to go visit the fairy fountain, get all of our health before we try going back into Dungeon 1, and then commit to doing Dungeon 1. The other possible thing we could do is try to pull a heart out of 6. Another heart out of 7. What was the rest of 7? Show me 7's map really quick to remind me. Oh, it had the Patra in it. But it also had a Goma block. 7, I'm standing in front of 7. Let's kill the Patra on the other side of Dungeon 1, or on the other side of the transport here in Dungeon 7, and see if that leads us to another heart container. And possibly 7's Triforce, just so we can go ahead and finish the dungeon right now. Yeah, that seems reasonable. So, got full strength, going into a room with the Patra, who, with my ranged attack, when you're at full strength, you can throw your sword. I might be able to defeat. 1, 2, 3. He expands 3 times. And I can hit him a bunch. Ouch. Alright, lost my ranged attack. Let's have the potion ready. Ouch. 1, 2, 3. Oh dear. 1, 2. I'm gonna use the potion. We appear to be making progress. And I could really use a win. Alright, so that refills our health. Kind of immediately took a hit, but we're finally going to win. This guy's not going to respawn after we kill him and leave the room. Okay, so we've defeated this room and finally gotten over here. And it's got a key, not very interesting. And it looks like we're probably going to need to try bombing, so let's just take a stab here. Or it'd be nice if I could get an enemy with this. Ouch. Here. Okay, found a bomb hole. That room's not done yet. And let's see. Thanks for that. Blue Moblin, we haven't seen you before. Happily, A, you drop bombs, which of course is the reason we haven't seen you before. Can't find any bomb droppers. And B, he died in like 1 or 2 hits. Just trying to think through if I should fight this room. I think yes. It could drop an item, such as the Triforce, or Heart Container, or the Compass, which tells us where the Triforce is. We just got some more bombs, so that makes me feel good about using some to speed up the killing of the like. Okay. Nothing dropped in there. This room will be easy to kill now because this guy's easy. There's our Triforce. Let's at least peek. Oh, I've already been here. No, I haven't. Bomb upgrade. I mismarked something. Yes, and I can fix this. Yeah, I must have mismarked the entire left-hand portion of the level, I believe. Yep. Okay, so let's take advantage of this feature, which says I can move this whole thing over here. So there's a bomb upgrade guy here. And it costs 108. I want to mark that. 7, bomb upgrade, 108. That might be useful later. And now we can grab our Triforce. So, unfortunately, it seems likely that the heart container is underneath the Goma, which we can't kill without the bow, which we can't get to without the recorder, which we need to defeat Dungeon 1 with in order to get the recorder, which means we can't get the heart container out of 7. So I'm not going to be any stronger going back into Dungeon 1, and in fact, currently I'm weaker because I spent one of my potions. Yuck. That is the current state of things. Man, that's really bad. So in that case, I think I do want to go back to Dungeon 6. So where is the nearest... I'm standing here. Where is the nearest transport? If I want to get to Dungeon 6, hey Link, take me to Dungeon 6. How do I get there? It says walk down to Transport 4, which I can use because I have the power bracelet, and then warp over to Dungeon 2. So that's what I'm going to do. Thank you, Tracker, for helping me figure out how to get from point A to point B, because I am not good at that. And so I want to go 4 to 2, which brings me up on Death Mountain. I'm going to kill these guys in the hopes of picking up some extra bombs, because bombs are great. And once we get our recorder, it is very likely that we'll be able to find the White Sword Cave and get another free item. I did get my bombs, hooray. And there was also a heart in Dungeon 4 that I left behind. Maybe I want to dip back into Dungeon 4 and try to get that heart. Let's quickly pull up the map of Dungeon 4. There were lots of rooms I did not go in. So I think let's actually do that. This is not something I would normally do, but desperate times call for desperate measures. So we have a map of this place already. Here's the red gorillas that we'd hardly seen, who could also drop bombs. There's a room to the left I've never been in. So let's go check out what's in that room. Perhaps there's a heart container waiting for us. All right, so we are here. And 3 gels. Go down easy. Nothing in here. So then we'll go talk to an old man who had a hint, I think, that said Goma creeps in the forest, which was something we already knew. Or Digdogger gazes with the bow. I said Goma when I meant Digdogger, and yeah. Oh, that's right, and then he like helped us. I already cleared this room. Forgot about that. Don't need to clear it again. There's Digdogger we can't defeat without the whatchamadoodle. So let's mark him. Hope that he's not our heart container. First sighting of Stalfos. They're actually very easy, and there's our heart container. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I can even mark it as an H for heart. We got what we wanted. Okay.
Dungeon 4 is complete.
Dungeon 4 is complete. We have 1 extra heart. Oh, Mags! The magical sword. Completely forgot about that. That would be a complete game changer. Taking on the Wizrobes, if I could hit for 4 times as hard as I can with my wood sword. So definitely, I want to get all the hearts that I can. So we're in Dungeon 6 now. We enter at L7 from here, and we can go in all 3 directions. So let's try down to start. This already could be paying off. The very easy monster sets so far with the 1-hit Stalfos. They're going to drop me lots of money, so I'll be able to purchase potions again if I need to, perhaps. The reason that we bounced out of 6 earlier is that we knew we needed to find 1, and 6 is typically a huge dungeon. It might have been prudent for me to pop into 6 just to see what types of monsters were here, because so far it seems like they're pretty easy. This is Transport 1. Since I've already earned passage, I'm going to go ahead and take it. See where it comes out. So that's Transport 1, and it has brought me to, to this room right here, because why wouldn't it? Alright. And blue gorillas are not the easiest of monsters, so we're just going to leave that behind. And go this way instead. Circle Moat. Moldorm. Moldorm has rolled down, so he's actually easy to kill. And actually, if we kill one of the 2 Moldorms, we can simply walk back into the room and the other one will be dead. And if there was any drop in the room, we would see it. In this case, there is not. Here's our map of 6, so we'll get to see how large it is. It's fairly large. So that is a reason to maybe not want to dive this dungeon right now. But again, desperate times call for desperate measures, so we're going to do it. There is another Digdogger who we can't kill. So we'll leave that there. He's actually in a room that doesn't have an item staircase. Oh, here's our heart container. That's the thing we wanted the most out of this place.
Consider the magical sword.
We're now at the first place where we have a chance of possibly getting mags, so that's great. Yeah, and I'm going to mark that this room does not have a staircase, because now I'm still looking for an item staircase, because yeah, the white sword could be in here, the magic wand, we already know where it is, the red ring could be in here. Those are both items that could help me immensely. But here's the Triforce. It's a huge dungeon. I think we just have to take advantage of what we got and say we're out of here.
You need something to be Triforce and go.
Yeah, we need that bow. Okay, we have 10 hearts. There is a small chance that we could pick up the magical sword. So I'm going to take that small chance because I need every advantage I can get at this point. And we're going to check out what is happening over at the Magical Sword Cave. Okay, cannot pick it up just yet. So I just went back to my start screen and back here. Yeah, I think I just need to visit the Fairy Fountain and then go back to Dungeon 1 and hope for the best. I could buy another potion is the other thing I could do. And do I know offhand where a potion shop is? There is one on the way to Dungeon 1. And I might have enough money to buy another blue potion to bring us up to 2 reds. So if I do have enough money, I will spend it all to bring a second blue potion in there. So this is a potion shop, according to my map. And it is 38. Great. 2 blues make a red, so now I've got 2 potions in my inventory. We spent all of our money. I'm gonna go back into Dungeon 1 at full health. And 2 potions and see if we can get our recorder. Okay, so let's bring back up the map of Dungeon 1. So, yeah, we have to get through that room to the left. So avoid damage as much as possible. Oh, we got lucky here. Great. Okay, last time I went into this room I died. I don't remember why. It's not the worst room in the world. It has the Triforce. There's a way to go to the north. Let me mark all of that on the map. So this is the Triforce room. It has a way to go to the north. It also has a way to go this way. Triforce is just lying on the ground. We just entered a room with blue whiz robes where I can also go to the north. And I am looking for a floor drop to get the recorder. Let's kill the easiest possible rooms first. So let's avoid this room for the moment. And that room can't drop anyway because it's got a single push block. There it is! My recorder! Oh, thank goodness. We're saved. Everything's gonna be okay. Okay. Now I just want to go grab that Triforce, and we're done with Dungeon 1. I don't care about the heart anymore, don't care about anything anymore. The entire seed is going to be downhill from here. That was the crux of this whole seed. Okay, so we're an hour and a half in, and it's about to get better. Oh, baby, baby, baby.
You now have 5 Triforces. You need something to be Triforce and go.
Where do I want to use this recorder first?
Now that you have the recorder, consider Dungeon 5.
Hey, that's a fantastic idea, crazy thingy-madooger. There is a recorder spot along the way. I'm going to choose to walk back so that I can preserve my health. If I were to save to get back to my start spot, I go back down to 3 hearts, and I prefer to stay at full health. And there's this recorder spot along the way that I can go ahead and knock out. That might be the White Sword Cave and give us an item. Imagine if the Red Ring were here, for example. We would definitely want to know. In this case, the recorder just plays us a crazy tune that sounded like it was from... I feel like I recognize that, but can't place it. So it'll be interesting to see at the end of the seed exactly what that was. Here's Dungeon 5. Let's pull up the map of Dungeon 5. There was a Dig Dogger to the right and to the down, and he was previously unkillable because he can only be defeated with the recorder. And so now we're going to go defeat him. I wouldn't mind having more health, and Wall Masters are extremely easy to defeat and sometimes drop hearts just like that. So I'm going to choose to sit here and farm the Wall Masters in this room in order to get back up to full health before I fight Dig Dogger. Could have bombed him, but feeling good about my chances even without that. Not sure offhand like how much health he typically has. There we go. That much apparently. Okay, so this is Transport 1. We've defeated this room, and it's going to take us to somewhere in the top half of this dungeon. It took us to L2. Alright, so we are here. There's a key on the ground. So this room is already completed. And I probably just want to have the candle on hand. And I could also go to the left. Yep, just completed that dungeon as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so in this dungeon, we want a Triforce, and we already get the item? No, we need to get the bow. The bow's in the basement, and a heart container wouldn't suck either. Okay, great. I know where I stand. I also stand without a sword, because I keep getting cursed by these bubbles. So let's wait for that curse to wear off, so we can kill the enemies in the room. And get some rupees, because why not? Great. That room's done. Now we're here. This room will be easy. Like I said, most of the seed... There we go. Heart container. Most of the seed is going to be downhill from here. Yes, magical sword. That'd be great. This is our basement items. This is going to be the bow. There it is. Did I mention the seed was going to be downhill? We've got a bow and silver arrows now. Don't have a whole lot of rupees. Each bow, or each arrow, cost 1 rupee to fire. So you can't just fire them willy-nilly. And there's still room to the left, so I need to check that out. But I want to mark that I got the bow, and I got it out of here.
Triforce and go.
I might be Triforce and go. That's right. All I need to do is grab some Triforces and go. So let's see if we can find said Triforces. This guy is still killable from across the way. It'll just be slightly annoying. Oh, you know what? I've got silver arrows. Alright, I can just reach him with my sword, though. And... yeah, looks like we just need to walk around. I still have 7.5 hearts or 6.5 hearts. So I will choose to walk around rather than just continue to get back to the beginning of the dungeon. We'd still have to go back through the transport staircase, so it would still take a while. And I would be reset back down to 3 hearts, so I think it's probably better to do things this way. Failed to mark that there was a way to go up here, so let's correct that. More easy monsters. Are you my compass or Triforce? You're a key. I don't need keys. I've got an infinite number of them in my pocket. How do I manage such a feat? Miracle of miracles. I don't know if I can reach that Triforce without the ladder. Maybe I can reach it from the bottom. This is a piece of... I think I can reach it from the bottom. This is kind of like a piece of Zelda physics that I don't actually know. So we're about to experiment together. If I try to touch that Triforce from the bottom, can I pick it up? I think the answer is yes. The answer is yes.
Dungeon 5 is complete. You now have 6 Triforces.
8 was still a difficult combat area to go to. We are near the magical sword, and we got another heart container, so there's a chance that we'll be able to pick it up. So we're going to check that out next. At 11 hearts, can I pick it up? Sadly, still no. Okay. We have the whistle, and we're still looking for our white sword thingy. So while I'm trying to reason through what dungeon I should do next, let's go whistle a couple more whistle spots and see if we can find the white sword cave for a free item. So I need to do dungeon 3, I need to do dungeon 8. Dungeon 8 was bad, dungeon 3 was ladder blocked. I still need the ladder. Forgot about that. I said that everything was going to be downhill. Maybe the white sword cave is going to be the ladder. I said that everything was downhill from here, but I might be a liar. This screen does not have a secret from the whistle. So next up, we're going to head to this screen. Notice, by the way, as I have solved almost all of the locations on the overworld, how much the routing marks are being helpful now in terms of steering me in directions of places that I need to go to clear off the last few remaining screens of the world. Meet my sibling by a lake. That is the magical sword hint. We already know where that is. We were just there. Since I still have all my hearts, I'm going to choose to continue walking rather than restart at my start screen. There are 3 spots in the desert where we can use the recorder. So let's go check them out. I want that. Here is spot number 1. A secret passage opens and reveals a potion shop. Alright. Next up, we'll go over here. There's nothing there. A whirlwind could potentially take us to another dungeon. Don't want to do that right now. Same thing here, just a whirlwind. So we'll get picked up over there. There's a spot that I failed to bomb over here because I was so bomb-starved for the entire seed. So let's check it out by placing a bomb right here. And discovering a key shop or something. Yeah, key and expensive meat. Okay. I would like to go to the other whistle spots, ideally, and I am currently standing here. Yeah, I could just walk around to transport 1. We'll do that. And I could also bomb the spots across the river, but I wouldn't be able to get to them even if I did open them up. While I'm standing here, though, I would like to know if they actually are spots, so I'm going to do that. So it's 4 from the edge here, I believe, and 5 from the other. There is something here. And something there. So once I get the ladder, both of those spots could be important locations. That's something to look forward to in the future. One of them could be the White Sword Cave. But I'm going to take Transport 1 to Transport 3 to go down here and use the whistle on a few more spots in this neck of the woods. In an attempt to find the White Sword Cave. Because I want my free item.